Welcome to my art studio. Today I will be painting an art piece which will be very nice and lovely, and I will incorporate lots of colors, and using this fan brush and I will tell you a lot of news and information about different colors, and I will even use this tissue to take away some of the excessive colors, because I am using watercolor to create these amazing shapes. I am just randomly pressing onto the blank piece of paper. And now I will tell you about colors. Blue. Blue is the color of the sky and sea. It's often associated with depth and stability. It symbolizes trust, loyalty and wisdom, confidence and intelligence, trust and truth. And lastly, it represents heaven. Blue is considered beneficial to the mind and body. It slows human metabolism and produces a calming effect. And blue is strongly associated with tranquility and calmness. Blue is a masculine color. According to the studies, it is highly accepted among males. Dark blue is associated with depth, expertise, and stability. It is a preferred color for corporate America. Light blue is associated with health, healing, tranquility, understanding, and softness, whereas dark blue represents knowledge, power, integrity, and seriousness. So, in other words, blue may often mean peace, tranquility, cold, calm, stability, harmony, unity, trust, truth, confidence, conservatism, security, cleanliness, order, loyalty, sky, water, technology, appetite, and turquoise symbolizes calm, and teal symbolizes sophistication. Aquamarine symbolizes water, and lastly, lighter turquoise has a feminine appeal. This is the picture by far. I'm going to get some more blue color and dab. Now I'm only using the tip of the fan brush, and it does have a lovely effect because it is a watercolor on the tip of this brush. When it's wet, it is some kind of like fingers effect. It's lovely. And the tip, I can make it more diluted, which will be light blue color, and if it's more darker blue, it creates different kinds of patterns. And I will now tell you about color symbolism and culture while I'm painting it. So, traffic lights. Red means stop. Of course, you know that. Yellow signs also warns drivers of upcoming curves and pedestrian crossings and animal crossing. And yellow means caution and green means go. And holidays and colors. Red and green are favorite Christmas colors. Colors of autumn, such as orange, brown, yellow, and red, are associated with Thanksgiving, and the black and orange are also associated with Halloween. So pastel colors are used for Easter because flowers are a common gift for Mother's Day. Yeah, so colors such as yellow, pink, and red are used frequently. And now I am finished with the blue. As you can see, it looks beautiful. And now I will select yellow color, dab it, and I will clean the brush and select some new color. So now I've selected red color, and I'm just going to dab it on the blue wherever there's a space, and to create different colors, different effect, and which will create wonderful pattern. Very beautiful piece of art. Just the same technique, moving around the brush, tapping it a little bit here and there, but not using too much water because it will be very damp. I'm just using a little bit of red and just with the tip of the brush gently dabbing onto the surface to create this lovely effect. Red will symbolize excitement and energy, passion, love, desire, speed, strength, power, heat, aggression, fire, war, and all things that are intense and passionate. So, as I said, red and green are favorite Christmas colors. I am just using the brush, tip of the brush, just gently pressing onto the surface, and sometimes incorporating it into the blue base that I made to make it look more fun. I will tell you about emotions and color. So, blue is seen as conservative. Red is power and aggression. And brighter colors such as yellow and orange represents warmth, not only with emotions but also with temperature. And I'm now cleaning the brush again, tapping it onto the towel and getting new color to create more dynamic piece of art. And let me continue on this thing. Okay. Cool colors are blue, green, black, or any color with a dark shade. So now I have chosen this bright and intense yellow color, dabbing it onto the piece, creating a lot of mess, as you can see. And I use this fan brush, a thing I didn't know was, but it creates mess when I dab it onto the surface. And it does create nice effect random pieces of drops of yellow color onto my red and blue, and I'll clean this mess. When someone is feeling down or depressed, it is said that they are feeling blue. When someone is angry, they see red. When someone is seen to be afraid or chicken, they are called yellow. Ecology and color. So obviously the color green is a major color symbolizing ecology. A new phrase for someone or companies who find ways to cut back on electricity, fuel, or things that damage the environment is called going green. And so the phrases and colors, when someone is seen as opposite, extreme, or firm position, it is said to be black or white. Sorry. When something is not clear or not in a firm position, it is said to be a gray area. The blues describe a form of music. Now I am tapping the color yellow onto my heart piece, gently tapping it. And as you can see, blue and yellow create a lovely combination, sort of like a flower with a tip of blue, or yellow flower with blue tips. And of course, yellow and red are often flower colors. Yellow signifies joy, happiness, optimism, idealism, imagination, hope, sunshine, summer, gold, philosophy, courteousness, and friendship. So and now I will tell you about colors that are used in therapy. Colors are sometimes used in therapy. So colors have a huge effect on human people who have a brain disorder or who are emotionally troubled. The color blue has a calming effect on many people and lowers respiration and blood pressure. Red has the opposite effect, so Some therapists use green to soothe and relax emotionally difficult people who suffer from anxiety or depression. Some claim that color violet is good for migraines. Yellow helps energize people and relieves depression. And I'm going to use a dark orange color at the edges of the painting to create an aged effect, sort of like this painting has been painted a long time ago. So it looks more beautiful, more warm, and so colors in world culture. Colors mean many different things to different people and cultures. We all have our own favorite colors. For example, mine is purple, violet, blue, yellow, and beige. People like different colors and they like different food. So colors represent feelings, people, country, cultures, and color symbolism. So in the Western world, the color red is seen frequently of symbolizing anger or aggression. Some car insurance companies charge more for red cars because some of the owners of red cars are more aggressive or take more risks. In the Eastern world, marriage is a color of white and pink. These are the colors that are favorite, just as in the Western world. So green means eternity, family, harmony, wealth, peace, and prosperity. And red means happiness. Gray is helpful. Wealth is the color of blue, gold, and purple. White represents children, helpful people, marriage, peace, purity, travel in the Eastern world. So gold represents strength, wealth, and many other things, just like in the Western world. Now, as you can see, our painting has turned into something very wonderful because of the orange that I'm painting onto the top layer of the painting. And I'm making the edges of the painting more darker orange than the center of it. It makes the painting more beautiful, and it helps people to focus on the center and appreciate every inch of the paper, the art piece. Are you interested to know how we see color? Well, I will tell you about it now. The color we see comes from our sun and from light bulbs. Our sun gives off light that lights up our world during the day and indirectly lights up at night as a reflection of the moon. The moon may seem to be shining on us like a flashlight, but really we are only seeing sunlight bouncing off the moon. Light from the sun includes all colors of the spectrum, and when every color is present, the light appears white, and our painting is complete and a little bit wet. And it needs to be dried off so we can paint a new painting. And we'll just paint different kinds of painting that are not really technical, and we'll just let it go and enjoy the painting process and learning about colors. So the absence of all color appears as the color black to the eye. As we all know, when there is no light, it is dark. We see color several ways. So we see color from lights and colors that are reflected black to our eyes from two-dimensional and three-dimensional surfaces. The interesting thing about surface is that they soak up colors differently. The surface of apples suck in all the lights except for the color red. This color is reflected out and is seen by our eyes. Have you noticed that colors are duller at the sunset? And this is because much less light from the sun is there and being reflected by the surface. Once the colored light reaches the eye sends a signal to our brains through our nerves and our wonderful brains to make sense out of the color. Our eyes are also wonderful machines. There is a hole in the front of them called a pupil. The pupil closes and opens depending on how much light there is. In bright light, the pupil closes to keep it from getting too bright and hurting our eyes. When the light goes inside our eyes, it goes through a lens, just like the lenses on glasses you or your friends wear. The light goes through this lens and it hits the back of the eye called the retina. The retina has lots of sensors called rods and cones. The cones then send a signal to the brain about what it sees. Eye cones are special machines too. They are made to see 3 different colors: red, green, and blue. When the color blue goes into the eye, the blue cone tells the brain, hey, that color is blue. Because we have only 3 different colors of cones, we aren't able to see all colors. Ultraviolet color is a color that isn't able to be seen. For example, some animals and insects have more cones and can see colors that we can't see. People who are colorblind have damaged or missing cones. So, as I said earlier, we see colors 2 different ways: from lights or from reflections of object. When you have a light bulb that is red, it makes everything look red. So, photographers who make prints have to make them in dark rooms. Dark rooms have red lights in them. They're called infrared lights. Red will not ruin photo paper or film because it made not to be sensitive to the color red. Another way we see colors from light is from television and overhead projectors. So televisions actually only shine 3 different colors: red, green, and blue, just like the cones of our eyes. When more red lights are lit, the colors of the TV or overhead appears reddish. When more green lights are lit, the colors appear greenish. Depending on how many other colors are lit, the green color can be seen as yellow. So the colors from the surface. The color is very important to artists who create different things in color. So, as I said earlier, the colors we see from the surface are actually colors that are reflected off an object. Each surface and object soak up different colors. This includes paint and ink, and paint and ink soak up different colors too. So red paint soak up all colors except for red, and the color red then bounces off the paint and goes to our eyes. Ink that is printed on paper also soaks up different colors. Color theory. So most of us study color by looking at color wheel. Color wheels have all the colors go around in a circle. The simplest color wheel shows 3 colors: red, yellow, and blue. We call this primary colors because depending on how much of each color is mixed, we can mix all colors with them. Most elementary students who play with mixing colors usually end up with the color brown. This is because when you mix these 3 colors together, you get the color brown, and they end up with brown because they don't clean their paintbrush well, or they mix the colors too much. When you mix 2 primary colors, you get secondary color. When you mix red and blue, you get the color purple or violet. When you mix red and yellow, you get orange. And when you mix blue and yellow, you get green color. Purple, orange, and green are secondary colors. When you add one color to the secondary color, you get tertiary colors. Yellow, orange, blue, green are tertiary colors. And colors on the opposite side of the color wheel are called complementary color. The complementary color of green is red. The complementary color of blue is orange. You can see them in the color wheel. We call them complementary color because they complement each other. Complementary colors look good together. Tint is the lightness of a color. You can make color a lighter tint by adding the color white, or if you are painting in watercolor, use more water. If you add the color black to the color, you can make it a darker shade. So when you lighten the color change, its tint. When you darken the color, you change its shade. The lightness or darkness of a color is called a value. Intensity is the brightness or saturation of a color. A color is more intense when it is pure color and not mixed with white or black. When you mix a color on the opposite side of the color wheel to your color changes its tone. That is a lot of information about colors. And as for our painting, it is turning out to be quite a lovely piece of art. Now, I will tell you all about different colors which bring different emotions. And symbolizes different meanings. As I've said before, red symbolizes excitement, energy, passion, love, and desire. This is the picture that is dried up already, and as you can see, it is very nice. I'll put it aside to dry it. This is a painting that I've drawn yesterday. A lovely painting. I used the fan brush, and because it was watercolor, the edges of the paper is curled up, and I'll try to make it not curled up, and I'm going to add some more color to it. As you can see, I have similar colors that are blue, red, yellow, orange, some more pronounced and some are lighter colors. The color pink symbolizes love and romance, caring, tenderness, acceptance, and calm. Beige and ivory symbolizes unification, and ivory symbolizes quietness and pleasantness. Beige symbolizes calm and simplicity. That is why I love the color beige. So I have this color beige, put it on the heart shape around it to make this heart, as you can see, this heart has wings at the two sides, and it's not really obvious now. I'm going to make it obvious. So, the color purple symbolizes royalty, nobility, spirituality, ceremony. It's mysterious and transformation, wisdom, enlightenment, honor, and all those nice things. Lavender symbolizes femininity, grace, and elegance. Orange symbolizes energy, balance, enthusiasm, warmth, vibrant, expansive, flamboyant, a very nice color. So I wish you a very wonderful night's sleep. See you soon. Good night, everyone.